children of the one Yahweh. Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given this law to us.
But anyways, let's go into this real quick. 1 Peter 4, 17 and 19. Give me Micah 2 and 10. Because judgment is going to reign supreme in the last days, period. Whether our people like it or not. That's why we have to come out and tell people to repent left and right and get their minds right, man. Right. Not be coddling these damn heathens after they kiss the boots of the prophets. Right. Go ahead.
This is 1 Peter 4 and 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God.
Exactly. We saw a glimpse of that in the last couple of weeks. Back-to-back 7.0 magnitude earthquakes between Haiti and Mexico. Both tribes of Israel. Those are devastating. A 7.0 magnitude earthquake is a devastating magnitude earthquake. They don't really report anything that's under like 4 or 5 magnitude, but 7.0 and above, it gets hectic. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Haiti and Mexico. So that's how judgment begins at the house of God. First the Levitical priests, because they're supposed to teach us the law, and then the rest of the tribes that have been going on for centuries, being in this land, not following the Most High. And the Northern Kingdom, like I said, there's more tribes in the Northern Kingdom than the Southern Kingdom, but at the end of the day, we all have the same responsibility to return to the Most High and keep His laws. Right. But the Northern Kingdom are so far removed, they went over to the new found earth, or this part of earth before the Southern Kingdom, so they're further removed from the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why they're going to judge harshly. That's why most of their land is impoverished and things like that. Exactly. I'm saying though, but even still, the Most High allowed them to go into captivity as well as the Southern Kingdom, because, like I said, they had an opportunity to do right, but the Most High allowed them to go off. Go ahead.
Con. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
What's going to be the end of people that don't obey the gospel of God? The gospel obviously includes who the world calls Christ Yahushua, telling people to repent, keep the laws of God, things like that. But it also talks about loving your neighbor as yourself, doing other things in the meantime, in between time, enduring to the end. Obeying the gospel starts with loving your neighbor, loving the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, and loving your neighbor, and that are the greatest 2 commandments Yahushua taught, which also it's also about all 613 commandments. Go ahead.
And if the righteous scarcely be saved,
the righteous scarcely be saved. So if people are righteous, claim to be righteous, who's doing what's right, they're going to be saved scarcely, barely. They're barely going to be saved. Go ahead.
Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Where the ungodly and sinner going to appear? We already know where they're going to appear. They're going to appear in a lake of fire, right, in a pit, being killed through all type of mechanisms, whether it's famine, whether it's through the RFID chip, anything like that. Our people got to get right before that judgment. Give me that.
Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction.
Exactly. Our people got to arise mentally and spiritually. Don't do the things you used to do. That's what repenting means. Turn away from sin. Turn away from things that are appearing to be evil. Watching certain things, listening to certain things, letting people be around you that are good for you as far as the influence. And that's why I always bring out, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way the wicked is going to seduce him. Because while you worry about wicked people, you're going to inherit that spiritual thing and that thought process. You might think they have a good idea, but in actuality, the Most High ain't set it up for you to go that route. And it's going to be, read that last part, so like it.
It shall destroy you, even. Where? Oh, because it is polluted.
Because it's polluted. This place is polluted by what? All type of things we see in here, like I said. So why do you want to ingrain yourself and plant those images in your mind, knowing it's going to cause you to sin and push you further away to the truth of the Most High? Go ahead, keep reading that.
Blood polluted too. I was going to get appreciated. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction.
Exactly. Whatever you don't depart from, it's going to destroy you, even with the sword destruction. And eventually, it's going to lead to the second death. Because the Most High has like I said, it's called a grace period for a purpose, even though the Most High already stood up the elect in the 1/3 and the 2/3. We don't know who it's going to be yet to the end, but our job is to tell you, hey, we can steer you in the right direction if it's the Most High's will. That's why we're out here every week, being the prophets of God, free of charge, man. We don't need to get paid to do this. We don't need a building to preach to our people. Because everybody's in the church right thinks they're high and mighty and saved already. What the hell's going on over there?
Should I get that?
That is insane. Nah, don't get that on camera. Dude is petting his pet dog, huh? Go ahead.
It's a priest of Numbers 35 and 33. So you shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defileth the land.
Blood defiles the land of America. How? When a white man came over and slaughtered 200+ million people. Go ahead. Over the course of 4, 5, 6 years. Go ahead.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Exactly. The only time this place will be redeemed is when a white man's blood gets shed. And it's going to get shed slowly but surely through civil war, through famine, all that type of stuff. Right. And ultimately when this place gets hit with nukes, man, which is the ultimate destruction. And that's when all these white people that are in America will be destroyed that save the Most High. You got something else? No, that's all I want. Give me Psalms 9, 16, 17. Go ahead.
This is Psalm 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble. 78 and 5. This is Psalm 78, verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel.
And the Most High established a testimony in Jacob and a law in Israel. That's our heritage. Read on.
Which he commanded our fathers.
See what?
Commanded our fathers.
He commanded us to do these things, to keep the commandments. So how do you depart from wickedness and depart from corruption? Keeping the commandments. Being holy, being separate. Read.
That they should make them known to their children.
What?
That they should make them known to their children.
And that's the missing ingredient. Our people are waking up slowly but surely, but people that are in the church and people that quote unquote say they follow who they call Christ, they don't teach their children the commandments. They say, oh, well, love everybody as yourself. And then they go ahead and celebrate Christmas. It's crazy. That's an oxymoron. That's defeating the purpose of being holy, thinking you're holy. Claiming that you're righteous. Doing exactly what the Most High told you not to do. But you know why? They don't know that because they don't keep the commandments of God. And they're told not to do so. That's what's got our people in dire straits right now, thinking that they're doing something righteous by believing in God, but they don't follow what God said. How you going to cut off half the book when the Most High spoke in the first half of the book for the most part only? But keep reading.
That the generation to come might know them.
What?
That the generation to come might know them.
Exactly. So if we teach the children the commandments, the generation growing up and learning on their own, they're going to teach the laws of God to their children so they might know the commandments and know the Most High. Read.
Even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children.
Exactly. Generation upon generation, that's a commandment, teaching our people the commandments. That's how we're supposed to do it. But we got to do it amongst ourselves and then portray it to other people. Or not other people, other Israelites, excuse me. Go ahead.
That they might set their hope in God and not forget the works of God, but keep his commandments.
Exactly. We got to keep the works of God by keeping the commandments. Those are the works you have to keep as an Israelite. The faith and works all coincide with the commandments. If you have faith, you have faith that, okay, I believe in the Lord calls Christ, and the works I'm performed by having that faith is the commandments that he bestowed upon us back in the ancient times. What you got?
Deuteronomy 11 and 19.
Hold on, let me read the last sentence. Read.
Verse 8. And might not be as their fathers.
Might not be as their fathers. You disobeyed the Most High. Read.
A stubborn and rebellious generation.
Don't want to be a stubborn and rebellious generation, even though there's plenty of those people wandering the earth right now, lost in the sauce, following celebrities. It's madness, man. Read.
A generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with God.
Their spirit is not steadfast with God. They're not on the right trail. They're not 10 toes down for the Most High as we're supposed to be, because they weren't taught the commandments by their parents. But that's why the Most High already said there's already people that are going to be destroyed before the foundation of the world, just like people that are going to be safe in the foundation of the world. We want to be on the right hand side of God, the right, be protected of God. We're going to bring it out in a second. I don't want to spoil it. What you got?
Deuteronomy 11 and 19. And ye shall teach them to your children, speaking on them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest thy way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt write them down upon the doorposts of thine houses and upon thy gates.
Exactly. We got to teach our children when they wake up, when they're walking by, when we come in the house, when we leave the house, and then have it on your door. What is it called? A mezuzah. Yeah, that's a law to have a mezuzah right by your door. Exactly. That's the least of the commandments. Not shaving your beard. Not even important. Those are the least commandments you can control from the start of you learning the truth. Learn how to keep the commandments as an Israelite. Who are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans in North, Central, South America on this side of the hemisphere? That is our duty to teach our people, especially our children, who are impressionable, especially how they put all this madness in these cartoons and different shows, trying to teach them to be homosexual, put in the school system, all that type of stuff is all folly, man. That's why we gotta teach our people before they go out to the world. Hey, the Most High is most important. His commandments are important, because that's what we gotta build upon ourselves in that steadfastness to be 10 toes down, to not be swayed by every wayward doctrine that they say. What you got? Give me a wisdom Psalm 5, 13, 16. 21, 9 to 10. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 21, verse 9. The congregation of the wicked is like tow wrapped together, and the end of them is a flame of fire to destroy them.
Exactly. Whoever's wicked is going to get caught up in a flame of fire. Read on.
The way of sinners is made plain with stones, but at the end thereof is the pit of hell.
It's plain to see our people is wicked as hell. Why can't they see it? They're wise in their own eyes, wise in their own conceits. Thinking they doing things to get rich, get rich quick schemes, all that type of stuff, pimping and pandering, selling drugs, all that type of stuff is madness, man. You might think it's a plain, easy way to go to get money, but it's a sin to you. It's idolatry, it's witchcraft, it's sorcery, it's prostitution, making women daughters of Zion whores. It might be plain to you, it might be easy to you, but what? The way of it's going to end you in a pit, in a grave, being dead, destroyed. Whether it's now or later, it will happen unless you repent. Give me this.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 13. Even so, we in like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end.
Exactly. As soon as we're born, we're going to draw to our end. We're about to die as soon as we're born. Why? That's how life is. We have the curse. Basically, we're going to die being our sinful flesh. That's automatic. As soon as sin entered into the world through Adam, obviously the chosen people, just like now, we're already ordained to be put to death for being sinful. Read.
And had no sign of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness.
We're consuming our own wickedness. That's what we do every day. We don't know how to get out of it. But we know on our end how to get out of it. Repent and keep the laws of God. That's period, man. Like I said, judgment is going to go on the earth regardless how we feel about it. Like that androgynous person came by last week talking about a kid can't get judged. I was going to cut her head off with that John 9. And then she already cut herself with Job 4:7. Whoever perished being innocent, and where the righteous cut off. Of course people don't perish being innocent, because God judges everybody. A kid, an old person, whatever the case may be. Even if you already have a judgment on you, the Most High can judge you. You could be in a wheelchair and still get judged. You can be in a wheelchair, get diabetes, get your leg chopped off even further. That's how it works. Most High don't, what's the way of saying Philly? They don't have no picks. Most High don't have no picks. Whatever he decides to do, he's going to do regardless. What?
For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind.
The hope of the ungodly is like dust blown away with the wind. So there's no hope for him. As soon as he throw dust in the air, it's going to disappear. That's what's going to happen if he's being wicked. He's going to die, right?
Like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, and passeth away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day.
Exactly. That's like a hotel stay. It's making both sides so cool. Read that again. The other part?
Okay, I got it. It passes away. Okay, come. Like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with the tempest.
Smoke is dispersed here and there with the tempest. That's what I'm saying. You have a fire, and you put out the fire with water, and the smoke remaining, and the wind just blows it all away. It was never there. You don't remember it. Read. This is what it's talking about. Read.
It passeth away as a remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day.
You don't remember every guest that comes to a hotel if you work there. Unless they come there once we have a business trip, that's common. But people that travel from different states and cities, go to a hotel, stay there for one night, and leave. The people that work there, they don't know what's going on. Hey, what's going on with Buddy? Is that a Muslim? Hey, what's going on, man? Is that a yarmulke or? I know it's not a yarmulke. I was joking. What's going on, man? What's he talking about? What'd he say? Okay, whatever. It looked kind of weird anyway, but anyways, go ahead and read that.
But the righteous live forevermore.
But the righteous live forevermore. So if you're being wicked, You're gonna get tossed. You're gonna get blown away with the wind like the smoke. It's comparing it to a person that stays in a room for a day. You don't remember no more because the righteous gonna do it forever. People that do the Lord's will, right?
The reward also is with Yahweh, and care of them is with the Most High.
Care of the people that keep the commandments is with the Most High. You're gonna protect them. That's 16. Go ahead.
Verse 16, therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom.
People that keep the commandments and are preserving will receive a glorious kingdom. Read.
And a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them.
He's gonna cover the people that keep the commandments. Read.
And with his arm shall he protect them.
Go ahead. So he's gonna protect the people that do his will, keep his commandments, that aren't doing wickedness. They're not gonna disappear. The righteous are gonna hurt. The righteous and the people that do the Most High's will, the people that receive that crown of life, that everybody's referring to when Paul's quoting it. Go ahead.
Verse 17, and he shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies.
That's crazy. The Most High said he's gonna keep the creature for his armor. Or something. What does it say about the jealousy part? So like it.
He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor.
So he's going to basically protect people because he's jealous of people that aren't righteous like them. That's what he's talking about. He's going to protect the people for his jealousy because he's jealous of people that are righteous because he doesn't like the people that are unrighteous. He's going to allow them to die and perish. Read.
And make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies.
So the same way the Most High says in Jeremiah, the Israelites are as battle and weapons of war, it's the same thing. The people that are going to be battle and weapons of war are people that are righteous. It's a perfect precept for that. We don't gotta get it. Give me that.
This is Luke 21 verse 8. And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. And the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified. For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by.
That's what we're hearing about right now. Commotions and wars. Go ahead. All these type of mandates by the Sleeping Joe. You know, that's what's going on right now. Go ahead.
Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places.
What happened recently? Earthquake in Haiti, earthquake in Mexico, all that type of stuff. And like I said, there's way more than these magnitude earthquakes going on. They did some report on all of them. There's literally websites you can see hundreds of earthquakes happening today, every day. Hundreds of earthquakes that they don't report. 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, all the way up to 9.0, which is the highest. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but
Every point is 6 times bigger.
exactly. It multiplies by magnitude the higher it gets. Go ahead.
And famines.
Famines, that's what's going on as well. There's all type of reports of, the white man basically stifling people from delivering crops, paying farmers not to grow crops for a season. They already planning that all out. Exactly. They basically got stuff in these warehouses rotting away because they don't want people to be able to buy these products. Because they planning on a famine of food. And also, as far as the truck driving industry, things like that, there's plenty of testimonies of them talking about, we're not even allowed to deliver these loads of trucks of some of produce because the white man already got plans for it. If you don't go through him for everything, you can't get it at all. That's what he wants. And that's what the GMO stuff's gonna come about. That's why Bill Gates is buying up all the land in America. Because he wants you to grow GMO crops on his land if they get infected by that nonsense. Right?
And pestilences.
Pestilences. What's going on right now? All these variants. I actually just seen a post, and a white woman posted about, they basically got all different names of these different variances of this quote-unquote virus all the way into like 2022, 2023 for each month. It's crazy. I'm gonna see if I can find that though. Keep going.
And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay... God. And before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you.
Talking about persecuting the people that keep the laws of God and follow the word of Christ, right?
Delivering you up to the synagogues, and and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Verse 16, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren.
Yeah, that's what's going on every day. Because he already prophesied we're going to separate households, mother from father, daughter from mother, step-parent from step-son, or whatever the case may be. So people that are in the truth know this firsthand. Their parents is not getting down with this for the most part. My mom ain't getting down with it. My brother ain't getting down with it. Everybody in the truth has his testimony because the Most High already prophesied he's going to separate people. Because he don't want everybody. He don't want people that he already ordained to be the chosen of the 1/3 in the elect. Go ahead.
And kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death.
That's what, this dude's crazy. Didn't they put a law talking about report people that are quote unquote doing terrorist acts or something like that? Reading the Bible is a terrorist act to this white man, according to him. Because we're on the watch list. We're on that Southern Poverty Law Center, all that type of stuff. The ADLs already got Sicarii in their mouth. Go ahead.
And ye shall be hated of men for my name's sake.
People hate the truth. All we do is read the Bible as it's supposed to be read. Without no filter, without no quote-unquote love doctrine, even though love is keeping the commandments, love is rebuking people too. Love is beating your kids.
Right.
Making sure you don't do wickedness no more. That's part of being corrected. Love is correction as well.
Right.
As judgment. If somebody, dies for their sins, that's love in the Most High's eyes. What can we say? It might be sad to us from our point of view, but at the end of the day, the Most High already ordained it, read?
John, but there shall not a hair of your head perish.
The hair of our heads that follow the Lord of Christ are going to perish spiritually. Our body might die, but our spirit's going to be perfect on the earth through every generation, and we're going to be back in our same spirit as far as being a prophet of God, being a daughter of Zion, whatever the case may be, not falling away, being that remnant that's left from all those years back. Because he always will keep a righteous remnant. Go ahead.
In your patience possess ye your soul.
Read that again.
In your patience possess ye your soul.
You possess your soul. Possess the same thought process. Possess the righteous ways of God. You possess your soul by meditating on the law day and night. That's how we do it. Go ahead. Is it? Oh, it's look. What? Alarm, what's going on? What's going on with the guy? Is he Spanish?
Nah, he speak English.
What's going on, bro? You believe in the Bible, man? What's that? Okay, they believe in the Bible, though. Do you believe in the Bible? That's my question. What's that? That's not my question. Do you believe in the Bible? What's that? Is the Bible good? What's that?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's your stuff in it? Okay. You're not answering directly, but that's fine. Well, what's that?
Not directly. The Bible.
It is a direct question.
I'll tell you, the Bible itself, that from front to back, contradicts itself over and over and over. It talks about
Are you sure? Where?
Where?
Huh? I'm asking you.
I know.
Okay. I'm asking you where the contradictions are. So I can show you maybe you have a wrong understanding of it. It contradicts itself and answers itself? Of course it answers itself. But how's it contradict itself? Where's the contradictions? That's all I want to know.
For one, okay, first one, top of my head. Do not babble, right?
What's that?
Do not babble.
Do not babble?
For it is a sin. But when the Holy Spirit, later on it says, the Holy Spirit will fall upon you, and then you shall speak in tongues. Contradicting itself.
Hold on, where's it say you can't babble in the law?
You look, that's your Bible.
I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna look for it right now.
And I'll say again, everything in the Bible.
Oh, vain babbling? You talking about when you pray?
You understand, right?
What's that?
You're asking all the questions. I just came
But
over.
what's speaking in tongues though? What's speaking in tongues?
Okay.
What's speaking in tongues?
Well, what is it to you?
It's not what you're saying. That jibber jabber that the Christian church does, that's not speaking in tongues. That's madness. Speaking in tongues is speaking a language.
Right.
That's what it literally is.
Okay.
Spanish is a language. English is a language. French is a language. You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Because the Bible is written in different languages, right?
Right.
English, it's translation into English, which is what we're reading. But the Bible is originally written in what? Hebrew and Greek, right?
I'm not sure.
The Bible is written in Hebrew in the Old Testament. New Testament written in Greek for the most part, right? You familiar with that? Because English, it wasn't written in English, was it?
I thought you guys were showing some history.
We are, but you said something specific, some of those contradictions. So we're
That's
going,
the question.
that's not a problem, but I'm gonna give you the history in a second if you have a little bit of patience. If you have patience, if you have,
Somebody talking about the Bible, it's always negative. You're always trying to teach me something or trying to come down.
I'm not coming out on anything. I'm asking questions on your understanding.
Nobody comes over here to come see you. Nobody comes over here to be like, let me pray with you.
Wait a minute. Christ said not to pray in public, though.
Contradiction.
Well, that's what you mentioned.
About love.
What is love, though?
Everything that is good.
Everything that's good?
About everything that is good.
That's subjective, though. That's what you were taught. You mentioned the so-called contradiction. I'm trying to tell you that it's not a contradiction. It's your understanding that's all. That's what's going on. Now you're talking to yourself, being disrespectful. Now that's babbling. You're babbling. Let's go to the Greek word for tongue. Let's go to the Greek word for tongue. Let's see what it says.
This is the Greek word for tongues. It's glossa. Watch this. Just watch.
I didn't disrespect you at all. You turn your back on me, and now you're running your mouth.
You want to be right.
Go ahead. You can't even be patient. You can't even be patient and listen. You're talking.
You're talking about something that had nothing to do with it. You called me over.
No, you brought up a subject, and I'm answering your topic. That's what's going on.
Hey, let me tell you something. You need to calm down. All right.
No, I'm telling you what
I
happened.
came over here.
I know you did.
Yeah, right?
And now I'm trying to educate you. Now you're trying to say I'm not talking about
I'm
anything.
You don't even know what you're saying. You're asking
What am I saying? What am I saying?
Huh?
What am I saying?
Why are you asking questions, bro? Why are you asking questions? You're supposed to be teaching us, right? You came out here.
How do you get taught? How do you get taught?
You came out here presenting yourself as something of all-knowing, right?
Who said that? Who said that?
You got your suits on.
Who said that?
The Bible.
What suit?
You got the microphone in your hand.
Now you're making up things.
Huh?
Now you're
You got a
lying.
microphone in your hand.
Now you're lying.
You got a microphone in your
Do I
hand.
have a suit on? Did I say I was all knowing? No, I didn't. Now you're being false witness. You can't even listen for 2 minutes.
You're stupid.
I'm
If
stupid.
there
I'm
was a
stupid.
church to go to because of you,
Why would I
because
go to
today.
church? That's where you learned from. You learned that from the Christian church. That's why you're emotional like a woman. That's what's wrong with our people, man. Emotional as hell. Like a little girl.
That's our people.
Read that.
So this is a Greek word for glossa, G1100. The tongue, a member of the body or an organ of speech.
Go ahead.
2, a tongue, the language or dialect used by particular people, distinct from that of other nations.
Language about other nations. Different dialects. You go to Mexico, they speak a language. You go to Cuba, they speak a dialect or language of Spanish. Dominican Republic, Haiti, all type of stuff. America. There's all type of people that speak different languages in America. Whether you're Arab, you're East Indian, you're Native Indian, white man, whatever the case may be. Dude is stupid. You're talking about I'm stupid. No, you said something stupid. You're talking about the contradictions in the Bible. You're talking about don't babble and speak in tongues. That's the same thing. You're thinking of Christianity. That's the problem.